Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday morning and welcome to Marketing Mondays. This is the first time that we are opening it up to the public, and we're going to record it so that you'll be able to watch it at your convenience. Marketing, define, design, and digital. That is the space we all need to be in. I'm sure you hear that all the time, but it is truly where our audience is today. A little bit about me. I am a real estate agent. I am a capping agent, and I only work real estate part-time though. The rest of my time, I spend mentoring brand new agents within my brokerage. I am a certified mentor, and I do mentor mentors and get them started in our program and make sure that they're helping their new agents as best they possibly can. I also am the owner of PREMIERtransaction.com, which is a full service transaction management company. And we work in 11 states. We have licensed transaction coordinators in 11 states. And we also have a fabulous social media and digital marketing team. And I am part owner in Fusion Marketing and Media, which is where we are actually splitting off Premier's social media group, and they're going to be under Fusion Marketing and Media. So let's get started with something a little bit fun. So we polled our agents at PREMIERtransaction.com and asked them the craziest, most insane, or the most surprising way that they ever received their first lead. Some of them were things we couldn't share, but there's some that are great. Okay, this person was rear-ended at a stop sign on their way to the open house, and the person who rear-ended them was also on the way to that open house. So of course they had to get out, share insurance information, started talking. They ended up going to that open house together. That's a great one. This one's funny. It was in a heated discussion with a manager at Verizon, and it was about their phone bill. And long story short, they ended up doing multiple deals together. He ended up being an investor with this agent. So that's a happy ending to that. This one's really good. Someone stopped to help a person in their area change a flat tire. You know, that is always good when you are in your community and you just take a moment of your time to help someone else in need. That is always a great way to create those relationships, and then they become your client later on. So just some demographics about social media, since this is our very first time opening up our discussion to the public. Facebook, 2.7 billion users. But this is what's surprising. The largest age group is 25 to 34. Now, we were always told it was my demographic, right? The older crowd, but it's not. Today, 25 to 34, they're actually coming back to Facebook, and they spend an average of 38 minutes per day. Instagram, 1 billion users. No surprise, same age group, since they are now owned by Facebook, 29 average minutes per day. So this is what's surprising, because everybody's being told you've got to do silly TikTok videos. You actually don't. And actually you can use TikTok in an interesting way, but there's only 100 million users. And the largest age group is 18 to 24. Now, an 18-year-old, you really aren't selling real estate to. Early 20s, yes. I love working with, first-time home buyers and walking them through the process. And so I do have some that are at 24 that I sell to. But I just want you to see that Facebook and Instagram really are our biggest targets. TikTok is fun. YouTube, 2 billion users. Of course, you need to be on YouTube. You need to set up a station. You need to start posting videos to that, just helpful videos. And later on in our Marketing Mondays, we're going to walk through YouTube as well. LinkedIn and Twitter, I didn't put the demographics. LinkedIn's demographics are huge, but they're just used a little bit differently for real estate. Twitter, I'm going to tell you, and you'll hear, it's noisy, it's fast, It's busy. Unless you have a huge following, you're hardly ever seen, especially real estate. So we didn't put the demographics there. So Facebook groups, that is what we are talking about today, Facebook groups. They are the least used but free lead gen ideas that reaches audience beyond your own followers. Now, it's great when you post to your own page and you post to your business page. You always need to do that, right? Because you keep the engagement up. But how are you going to find free leads on Facebook? So Facebook groups, we're going to start there. Local community groups. I posted some that are local to us. So like one's called Katy Community News, 24,000 members, right? Houston Foodie Friends, 33,000 members. If you just go on these groups, and it's not to post an ad or post a house, unless it's specifically a real estate group where you need to post your listings, you need to go on there and engage with people. So we hear it all the time, engage. Well, how do you do that? So you're like, I post on my page, on my profile every day. Well, that's great. And the people like it. But if there's not a conversation going under that, there's no engagement. So when you go into these groups, someone has posted a problem or a recipe, or they've asked a question, go in there and engage. Respond, reply, like other people's responses. And then if someone responds to you or likes, reach out to them. That is how you get your name out there in front of people, and they will start seeing you, especially if you have a recommendation or referral to someone who's in a bind and looking for that. That is a perfect way to start the conversation. So I want to talk about those referrals. You will get people, especially we get them all the time as real estate agents for service providers. People need just a handyman, which is the hardest to find, and the hardest to find a reliable one. They need a floor person. They need a painter. They need their AC went out, especially in the Houston area. Their AC went out. It's an emergency. Who will come today and help me out? You need to have a list of those providers in your phone, ready to share at a moment's notice. And in these groups, you're going to find people ask those questions all the time. Besides, where do I find a great pediatrician? We just moved here. I need a lawn person. Things like that. Have all of that information ready at your fingertips to share. And then go in these groups, share with people, recommend people, comment and like on other people's referrals as well. And you will start getting a bigger following. When people like what you post in these groups and you're helpful, they will start watching your profile. Then they're going to see all of your real estate information. Then they're going to like your real estate page. So these are great. So these are community groups, free lead gen. I promise you, we actually use this for PREMIERtransaction, and we actually use this for our social media and marketing clients. So the second type of Facebook group, I put California because I'm in Texas, and we have a lot of Californians moving to Texas and purchasing real estate. I've worked with several this year. So I put California groups, and here are some great choices where you can actually go in, help these people solve a problem, make a recommendation, reach out to them and engage. California real estate, 34,000 members. That is beyond your reach. Real Estate Investors Network in California. That one is huge. Even though it's only 6,000 members, we have so many people buying real estate in Texas as an investment. And this is where these people sit. You can engage with them, you can comment, you can like, you can reach out to them and help solve their problem and become their go-to real estate agent. And then Los Angeles Real Estate Investors is a huge group. A lot of that is about investments in Los Angeles, but you will see at least once a week, someone is asking about real estate in Texas. So these Facebook groups, and I know it's hard to get yourself to make your post every day, engage, say happy birthday to people and all of that. But it's really important because all of our audience, everybody is on Facebook. They're on Instagram. And so if you are on there at least 20 minutes per day, liking, making comments, engaging, connecting, and sharing knowledge, you will start having an entirely new following, a new audience that will reach out and use you and give you referrals. Only 20 minutes per day. I promise you, that's all it takes. And you will start growing your audience and you will pick up new clients. Okay, PREMIERtransaction.com. That is where I spend most of my time in our full service transaction management company. We also handle a lot of social media management and advertising for our clients. So if you ever need to reach out to me, this is the easiest way. This email right here is where I am all day. Okay, so I'm going to go to questions now. Someone asked about advertising on Facebook, and we will actually do a Marketing Monday on that. Advertising on Facebook isn't really too tricky. You just have to know who your audience is and what your goal is. We did one recently for an agent at Premier Transaction, and she had a house that was really odd. So it wasn't selling right away like all of real estate, because it's actually a house in the neighborhood. The garage has been converted to a 2-bedroom apartment, and there are actually 2 different tenants, one in the front house and one in the back. And so it's being used as an investment property, but marketing it just as a single family home was not bringing anyone in because the price was elevated for the neighborhood. That's because there's 2 properties. It's multifamily now. So we put it on in the listing service as an investment property, and then we started marketing as an investment property. Now, what's interesting, when we did an ad with the ROI for the investment, that wasn't as big as just a carousel of pictures of the property, but still marketed as an investment property. So within 3 days, she had multiple offers from the advertisements we did, and they had an accepted offer by 7 days. They had to negotiate a little because, again, it's kind of a wonky situation when you have a residential neighborhood with a multifamily in the middle of the street. So we were really proud of that one, but we knew what they needed to advertise that and get that out, and that was Facebook. Agents looking on the MLS, actually Google ads did not work on that one. Facebook ads worked on that because we got it in front of everybody. So another question. We have a lot of questions about ads, Facebook ads. So we will definitely do one. Actually, next week is our funnels, marketing media. We're going to work on funnels because it's great if you do ads, but I'm going to tell you right now, do not use the lead gen on Facebook because it does not work as robustly as you want. And it doesn't like send you emails or texts when you have a brand new lead and you need to get on that lead right away, right? So we're going to talk about funnels and landing pages next week. So that's going to be a longer Marketing Monday, but of course we will record it so you have it. Let's see, another question. Just about social media in general. Okay, so Facebook, about posting. So, you know, we hear all the time that algorithms change. I'm going to tell you right now, the most current that we are using is posting in the morning is imperative because that's when people start scrolling, right? I'm telling you, people look right away, right? So in the morning, 7, 8, 9, you may have some stats that come up that tell you some strength, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever, which is fine, but you must start in the morning or you're just not going to be seen during the day. So start with one in the morning, space them out 4 hours. We found when we put them too close together that Facebook's algorithm kind of thinks you're spamming. So if I didn't post anything all day and I had it all collected and I started posting at night over and over, nothing was seen. So if you post them 4 hours apart, it's awesome. I would post. You need to post on your business page at least once a day. Stories is so important. People want to see the stories, even if it's the same post from your page, they want engagement. It's just pushed in front of people a lot more. So you really want to do stories, but post on your page at least one a day. And if you do more than once a day, 4 hours apart. All right, guys. So we've got to let our team go and get to work, but it has been awesome hanging out with you this morning. And if you have more questions, just email at holly@PREMIERtransaction.com, and I'll be happy to help you out. Also, if you have any subjects you want to see in Marketing Mondays, just shoot them over and we'll get them recorded for you. I hope everybody has an awesome day.